And we have to, and I'm speaking to myself, we have to humbly come to people in our family and when we feel led and to sit and talk with them and understand that part because sometimes people hold in parts that happened 10, 15, 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and sometimes we don't even know that they're holding that part. And so just to open ourselves up to hear what that part is. And you can ask for forgiveness, and it's up to the other person. But, like you said, to me, family is so important. I love family. I love my biological family. I love the family that God gives me. I
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah. And there's there's so much I want to talk about when it comes to the family. It's just so many different interesting parts, right? The loving family, sometimes loving from a distance part, because you have that aspect of it as well, right? Where sometimes, but I think ultimately, the lesson here is just maintaining the relationships and I think that one thing that you said, I know that resonated with me is the forgiving, right? So you can move forward. Sometimes you just have to. And you also have to take the time to forgive yourself just for holding on to the garbage that you've been holding on to, right?
Absolutely.
Because that's the burden that you're weighing yourself down. That other
Yeah,
person that you're mad at may not even know that you're mad at them.
that's right.
You're weighing yourself down being mad.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
And
thank you for
sometimes
that.
they're waiting for us to come around and just talk to them on a serious level. But sometimes we don't want to hear what they have to say. But I think it's important that we hear, if you said this or if you done that. And that takes, a special person in us to trust God that I can keep my mouth closed and I can hear from my heart what this person is saying to me. Because sometimes when someone says something from their heart, we want to justify it and we want to talk over them. But just to hear them and let it resonate with your spirit, is so important, you know, and that's what my daughter, Chanel, used to tell me. And Mother, I want to share some things with you. We're on the same team. And time she started talking up, blah, blah, you know, but when I stop and I start listening, and just like now, as a family, we come together and things are said and things are done, but I'm listening from my heart and not being judgmental and to be able to understand. And then when it's time and the Spirit says speak, then that's when I speak. Otherwise, I'm not going to be running off at the mouth.
Were you gonna bounce out?
But I'm a bounce out. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we have to know when to bounce out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If somebody takes their time to say to you, this is what I'm feeling, to be able to listen, and we miss that part, and sometimes, when I say we, I'm including myself. Yeah, we miss that part.
Yeah. And some people are, I think listening is a skill because you
Mm-hmm.
can hear a person, but if you're not listening, it's definitely a skill and it's part of communication for understanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people,
Absolutely.
when they say some people are not listening, they hear you, but not to understand you, but to respond or to
Mm-hmm.
react.
Right.
Yeah. So that's those defense mechanisms that folks are holding on to. You gotta let that go too, if you want it to be truly open, honest, and transparent within that dynamic. Yeah.
Right. I remember going to a therapist, and when she was sharing with me, when a person tells you something, to say back to them what I hear you saying, and let that just resonate in your spirit. That when I said this part right here, that really hurted me. And then that's an acknowledgement that you're hearing what that person is saying to you.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like you said, we think we're hearing, but we're not.
Right. We hear what we think. We hear sometimes what we want to hear.
Yes.
You know, or was some people say, "Oh, well, yeah, I heard you. I'm going to paraphrase," which you said, "Nope. I want you to tell me what I said."
Right,
Don't
right.
paraphrase.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
This was so good. Thank you, Casey, for this.